students. Today's topic is dissertation writing or thesis writing. Okay, so for MSc students in their last year or last semester, they have thesis writing, right? So we are going to discuss about thesis writing. Okay, a brief video on thesis writing. So in today's situation in corona pandemic, when colleges are closed and you don't have access to your labs, you can opt for literature review, okay, for thesis. Generally thesis is written on work which you design and you perform in your lab, and that is wait lab work. And depending on your results, depending on what topic, what hypothesis you had and what results you obtained, you got, depending on that you write your thesis. Okay, so actually thesis is a academic scientific writing. Okay, it is included in your syllabus to give you idea or practice about scientific writing, right? So this is the first time you come across thesis and first time you have to put a lot of efforts as this concept is new for you. So first trick or first tip I will be sharing with you is that you start early. Whenever you get to know that now you have to start with your thesis, start with it at that time itself. Start making rough draft, start doing your first page, editing your first page, okay, from scratch. This will help you a lot, because if you keep this editing part pending, then it will be like very stressful situation for you to complete at the last moment. Okay, so you make up your mind for editing your script numerous times. So mostly you will see that your professor, your mentor, they use the word script. Okay, so you have to draft your thesis, and that thesis, the rough copy, is known as script. Okay, so that is your script and you need to edit it a lot of times till the final um, or till the final date of your submission. Okay, so start making points or note down the things like tables or results or any images that you want to include in your thesis. As you do them, while they are still fresh in your mind, and you take efforts on structuring your thesis. Okay, so whenever you start with your thesis, your topic, start making tables, start noting down your results or anything that you find important and you want to include that particular point in your thesis. Just note it down. Okay, so make a rough draft and keep editing. Again, same point, every day after uh, going from your college, you edit your thesis. Okay, I'm not talking this for the current pandemic situation, but generally after going from college, after doing your work, you go to home and you have to edit your script. Okay, make that a habit. So have a fresh look at your script and read it every day, and this will help you, as it you may strike with a new idea or a concept may appear in your mind, and this will help you to improve your drafting. Okay, this will help you sharpen your thesis every day and you will be ready by the day of your submission. Okay, so if you are watching this in this pandemic situation and you are dealing with your thesis, so I will say that do your editing early in the morning. Okay, by fresh mind, you open your laptop or open your script and just read it, take a look, fresh look, and keep editing, right? Then don't forget to get your draft checked time to time from your mentor or guide or professor. Okay, so that is also a very important point. Just don't keep your script limited to yourself. You share it with your mentor or your professor and get it checked. So what all is uh, needed to write a thesis? So that is what we will discuss here. So this video, I would like to remind, this video is not for review article as thesis. Okay, that video I will be uploading separately. So thesis writing generally is what the actual work you do. Depending on that, you write your thesis, and you use past tense as the work is already done. So there is difference between actual thesis writing and writing a review article as thesis. So don't get confused. I will upload both of these video and you watch them, okay, and get your concepts clear. So today, for now, we are just going to discuss with thesis writing. So it contains all these points. So first is title page, where you get your title, your topic of your thesis. Then next you have certificate or declaration, that who is performing or who has done the work and under whose guidance and in which university or which institute, all that thing. Then comes the index. So index will have rest of the points. So after index you get acknowledgement, if you want to acknowledge your institute or your mentor or any person that has helped you in your thesis. Then comes abstract, and after abstract, these are optional. In many institutes you will find that abbreviation or list of reagents is added first, okay, means previous to your main content, and there is preface also, but in some institutes this is not done, okay. So after that, after abstract, you may go for main content, and generally a chapter wise writing is also preferred, but you talk to your mentor or your guide and make it sure that you or your institute prefers writing main content chapter wise or just uh, one by another. Okay, so if you are going to follow chapter wise writing, then mostly you should have 5 to 6 chapters. So first chapter will have conceptual framework or introduction of your topic. Then second chapter will have objective or aim of your topic or your work. Third chapter should have materials and methods. Fourth chapter should have results and interpretation or discussion, and then conclusion. And fifth, references. So after references, even there is appendix added. So that depends. Okay, so these are the main contents of your thesis. If you are not writing your thesis chapter wise, then just first, after your abstract will come introduction, then aim and objective, then materials and methods, results, discussion, and conclusion and reference. Okay, so this is what all you should keep in mind and start drafting your thesis. So next is what you should not do while writing your thesis. First point and very important point is plagiarism. So that it actually means copy pasting the content from any given research article to your thesis. So that is very wrong or very bad habit, because that is not your work or that is not your effort which you had put for writing your thesis. You are just taking content from someone else's work and you are copy pasting that to your thesis. So that is not allowed and that is completely wrong, and plagiarism is not allowed in scientific writing. Okay, then second is falsify or cook up your results for data. So it means that if you are not having actual results, then you don't falsify your result or don't cook up your values. Okay, means you are not getting desired values, so you manipulate your data. That is what you should not do. Then don't use passive voice. Okay, so passive voice, actually it will not have a good impression while someone is reading your thesis. So you should use active voice while writing your thesis. Then avoid using too many abbreviations. Okay, if it is very important or commonly used abbreviations are there, then that is okay, but don't use abbreviations everywhere in your thesis. That also gives a very bad impression. Then avoid using words like quite some time or some or considerable amount and like that. Okay, so that is also not allowed in scientific writing. Then next is about abstract. So how you should write your abstract. So these are some general points. So just by reading your abstract, one should be able to summarize and evaluate your work. Okay, so that is the motto of writing a abstract. So the maximum word limit is 300 words. Sometimes it gets extended towards 500 also. So you talk to your guide or your mentor and see what your institutes prefer. Then yeah, then there is short version. Abstract is actually short version of your thesis. So that's why I said that just by reading one should be able to summarize what you have done or what your work is. Okay, so a short version of your thesis, and in short you should write about your the purpose of your work, scope and importance. Then you should also mention, uh, just mention, I'm not talking, you should not describe, okay, I'm talking here like you should mention your methods and design which you used, that what results you got in short, and then main conclusion. Okay, so everyone don't like every person don't have time to go through your whole thesis. So just by reading abstract you can, or he or she can get an idea about what the work is. Then comes introduction. So some points from literature review you can use to provide background. Okay, so when you must have seen that in functions when we introduce guest we give uh, some background information about he or she. So that is the introduction about that guest. So see, here you should give introduction, or there should be a impressive introduction about your topic. So why this topic? Okay, provide a good background. Then you should provide, or you should write about the purpose of your study. This is to hook the reader and grab his attention. Okay, then what work is done. Okay, this is also background related, that is what work is actually done and published, and uh, this should be included so that it will show the importance of your topic, that yes, this particular topic is important in field of science and why or what work is done. Then comes the practical relevance of your research. Then you should write preview about what is to come. Okay, don't uh, write everything, or don't write your hypothesis in introduction. Just give a slight idea about what is to come next, and this should interest the reader with enough understanding of the key points, but still leave the best of your main part. Okay, and then you lead to the thesis statement. Okay, so if you are not getting an idea about what I'm trying to discuss here, go through 2 or 3 research papers and read their introduction, last 2 3 paragraphs from their introduction. You will find that these particular points which I'm trying to discuss here, okay, they will provide a preview, but they will still leave the best of the main part. Okay, and what happens due to that, the reader will get interested and he will go, or he will read the further part. Okay, and then you lead to the thesis statement. After introduction, materials and methods. So first you write about materials which are required to carry out your work, and that can be say media, solutions, reagents, or any important instruments for observation, kind of that thing. Okay, and then you go for methods. Okay, each and every method that you use you write that step by step. Here after writing methods you don't include results, so results section is completely different. Okay, so you start with the title of results, and then you again give title of particular method used, and then you mention your results. Okay, so list the results obtained by each and every method. You can include here images, tables, values, whatever you got while you were working. Okay, and then comes discussion or interpretation. So discussion or interpretation is what, depending on your results, okay, what the hypothesis what was, or what you predicted, that okay, this is what I am willing to work, or this should work, and these are my results, and yes, my hypothesis worked out. So that is what you have to discuss here. You interpret your results. Okay, so these were my values, and yes, these particular values um, confirms that my hypothesis is correct. So that is what is interpretation. Then comes limitations. So you also have to discuss limitations, because you are working in a lab in your college. Okay, so there can be some limitations, so you also need to discuss that. Then mention how your results add value to those from previous studies. Okay, So that is the third point that should come in your discussion. Next comes conclusion. So it must restate, okay? Conclusion must restate and answer all the questions related to your hypothesis or your topic, right? So this is what after performing a science experiment, you write the conclusion. Okay, so that is what you have to apply here as well. So after doing your thesis work or your wet lab work, your experiment, you should write conclusion. You should restate and answer all the questions which are related to your hypothesis. It should be concise but brief, and yet should cover all the resulting information of your thesis. Include general statements on why the reader should care for your work, okay, the significance and uniqueness of your work. Then also acknowledge limitations of your work, okay, and then discuss practical implications of your findings. Then what are the recommendations, then scope for future study. Okay, so these are points that should come in your conclusion. So you must have seen in any research article, the scope is given that this particular part needs to be studied further. Okay, so that thing you have to mention. Then finish up with an impressive final statement. So here your thesis actually gets completed. But then there is reference. Okay, so how to write references, that is what we will be discussing here. But the font size for thesis writing is generally Times New Roman. Okay, and rarely even Arial font is also used. Okay, but Times New Roman is uh, widely used, and the font size is 12. Okay, so in this particular font and font size, you should type and edit and be ready with your script. Okay, so about writing references now. So there is a separate page at the end of your thesis which will have list of your references, anything that you have referred. Okay, so if it is a paper or article, the reference is written by this particular sequence. First comes the author's name, and still in that there is surname first, which is then followed by first initial. Then comes year, then the title of the paper, means particular topic of the paper or article in single inverted commas. Then comes the title of journal, then volume number or edition if available, okay, depending on where the journal where the paper or article was published. Then page number. Okay, so this is the font for, sorry, this is the format for writing your reference, okay, or adding your reference to your thesis. If it is a book which you have referred, then first comes the author's name, same surname first followed by the initials, then year, then title of book, then edition, then place of publication and publisher. Okay, next is about thesis. So if you have referred any particular thesis which is available online, so even you should mention that as your reference. So here you should mention the author's name first, which is followed by the initials, first initial, then year, then the title of thesis, then designation, means by student it is written by the student or any particular professor, by PhD candidate or what. So depending on the designation, you will get the reference available, reference on the internet as well. So follow that, and you should mention the designation of the person or author and name of institute. Okay, so that was about thesis, book and article or paper. Then writing references within thesis. Okay, so see in introduction you have added some points from any particular journal, uh, say article or paper from any particular journal. So how will you mention that? Okay, so if the name of author it occurs naturally in the introduction, say um, study was carried out by Henry et al. Okay, so the name naturally came in your introduction, so you just have to mention year and page number in parenthesis bracket. Okay, If name does not occur naturally, then you should give both name and year in parentheses. If there are two authors, then the surname of both should be given. If there are more than two authors, the surname of first author only should come, uh, author only should be given, followed by et al. Okay, and if there is no originator, or you don't know the article is written by whom, or the author is unknown, then you write anon which year, means anonymous with year. Okay, year is generally you get year mentioned. So that was about reference. So here we have completed our video on thesis or dissertation writing. I hope my video was helpful to you all, and thank you for watching. Do share and subscribe my channel, and do like my videos. Do recommend my videos to your friends as well. Okay, keep supporting, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook by the same handle, Microbial Concept. Till then, bye bye.